Your favorite fat boys.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite fat boy, Jerron.
Stefan, a.k.a. Mayhem, a.k.a. the maestro of rap beat, a.k.a. king of the black culture.
Who gave you that title?
You don't know what they talk about around here, Hoff County.
You don't go outside enough to talk about you.
You don't know what I do when you're not here.
You go to the grocery store and you come back home. Is that something about
And in between the grocery store and home, I'm the king of the black culture.
You probably are. You probably are.
So who we got today?
We have a friend of mine. Her name is Lyeza Wicker, and
Not my whole government.
whole government.
Oh, see, now everybody gonna look you up now.
I know. That's not good. Y'all edit that in post.
Where picture gonna be? It's gonna be here or there?
It's gonna be split. We've done this before.
It's been a while.
Then you should go back and look at the old episode.
I should get some more views up.
I just have to say, y'all's banter is adorable. How long y'all been together?
Well, we've been in this relationship for almost 20 years now, and I'm getting tired.
Oh, you tired?
Y'all need counseling.
He don't wanna.
I'm already a therapist.
Right. Well, yeah, my name is Lyeza. Most people just call me L. Like, y'all don't have to be so formal, but I am originally from New Orleans, born and raised, Holly Grove 17th to be exact.
That's her set.
Go ahead, throw it up.
You know what I'm saying? I am a retired MC, retired rapper. I'm somebody's mama now. I'm also a licensed social worker, and I work as a therapist, but my main job is arguing with niggas over rap. That is my favorite thing to do.
I don't. How much does that pay?
Do it for the love.
Oh, okay. it sounds like that's a dead end job.
No, I love rap. I love music in general, but rap is just something that I've had my entire life that has grounded me, has gotten me through a lot of things. So I love to talk about the different nuances of rap, and I just really just love to talk about it in general. And I find myself, I say that because I always find myself on Twitter arguing with people over rap. And it's mainly because a lot of dudes don't really respect my opinion because I'm a woman. But I also have to tell them I'm also a rapper. So some of y'all can't tell me some of the things that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really argue with me about everything because y'all didn't live it.
Hey, I'm a rapper too, and I think my misogyny trumps your opinion.
Right. But yeah, that's
So y'all got something in common. So you used to rap.
So what was your rap name?
Beautiful L, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Anybody won't be destructive as you, Mayhem.
All right,
Well, I will throw this tidbit in here. I had pipe dreams of wanting to rap. So, and I will say this one time and one time only in this podcast what my rap name used to be. What was going to be? It was going to be Icon. It's going to stand for intelligent, confident, overweight nigga. Now you do that with what you...
You never tell anybody what the acronym means.
Right. I mean, because I was rolling with you with Icon. I'm like, okay, I could see it. But I'm not going to make fun of you too much because probably from the time I started rapping when I was like 7. So my rap name all the way up until I was like almost out of college, well almost out of high school was Candy Cane. So I can't make fun of you.
That would have popped in the clubs. That would have popped in the clubs. Though.
I had a stripper name.
I mean, I had a lot of iterations of my rap name before I landed on Mayhem in high school.
Share a couple.
Before that, I was Viper. And before that, when I was it gets worse. When I was in elementary and middle school, I was DW, which was short for Death Warrior.
Oh Lord.
Why are you so violent?
You are violent. What's happening?
Death Warrior. You won't get no label signs.
Death Warrior is insane.
Coming to the stage, Death Warrior, followed by Candy Cane.
Right. But that's actually like, I could see you like in those rap cypher battle kind of, zone with that kind of name. So it's not.
That's where I hail from. I hail from battle rap.
Okay.
You gotta have a name that attacks people.
Right.
And it frightens people. Yes.
I don't do battle rap. Somebody tried to beat me up after that. I never did it. Never did it again.
Oh yeah, that was all. That's where I hail from. Battle rap was my bread and butter.
Okay.
So what are we talking about today?
So we are talking about the recent beef. Well, I won't say beef. It's rap battle that's going on with Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole. So we heard First Person Shooter, and I don't know. This really stems from a lot from First Person Shooter. It probably stems from some other songs with subliminals thrown here and there. But we're gonna start First Person Shooter, where J. Cole stated that they started the Big Three, him, Drake, and Kendrick. Kendrick then responded on Future's song Like That, where he said, fuck the Big Three, it's just Big Me. And then he throws a lot more subliminals at Drake. You think is it Drake, or is it mainly Drake, or is it a little bit some J. Cole?
Y'all want me to talk about it? Okay.
All right, the dissertation coming.
So, first off, I don't think this beef has anything to really do with J. Cole. I honestly think this beef has been and always will be between Kendrick and Drake.
Okay.
I think that Cole caught a stray because he linked up with him. So now I got to shoot at whoever's on your team and whoever's with you. Now, my issue with it is Kendrick kind of, okay, I'm about to piss Kendrick fans off. I don't care. Kendrick kind of does this thing where he'll jump out, stir up a bunch of controversy, and then go back in the house for 4 years. And I don't think that's fair. And he's the only, I'm not going to say he's the only rapper that we allow to do that, but he's really the only rapper we allowed to do that. Like, he'll go and say a bunch of stuff, but he won't stay in the field. He going to leave. And then he's not going to give you time to address it because he's back in the house for 4 years. So that's my first thing. Second thing, him and Drake have always had this little tit for tat thing. And to be honest with you, I'm more disappointed with Drake in this whole thing, but I'm not surprised. Drake is in this era where he's done it all. He has every accolade. He has, the streaming numbers. He has the awards. He don't really have nothing else to prove. But he's not going to respond in a way that a rapper, I feel like, should actually respond. At the end of the day, no matter how many Grammys you have, no matter how many number ones you have, at the end of the day, your core, you are a rapper. And if somebody call your hands, I don't know, y'all from Baltimore, I'm from New Orleans. If somebody call my hands, you got to step outside. You feel me? You got to go outside. You can't just let nobody call your hands out and then you not say nothing. So but we called it. We all said the same thing. Drake is going to respond in a subliminal. And that's exactly what he did. He went on IG. He posted a bunch of shit. Oh my God, look at my outfit. I'm so adorable. His caption had something to do with Kendrick. So instead of getting your ass in the booth, you just did this. So in my opinion, Kendrick is leading the way. Now we're going to get into what J. Cole's response was. I'm on the fence about it. I'm on the fence. What do y'all think?
Well, let me, Stephon, go ahead. What are your thoughts about the this three-way?
I mean, first of all, we already know that Drake ain't gonna do shit because we know what happens when Drake got to do something. You get a Pusha T type situation where Drake got to shut up for 2 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Drake ain't built for that.
I feel to piggyback off of that. I feel like Drake he picks his opponent very carefully who he wants to engage war with. He did give Pusha T a song, but when Pusha T came back with his response, he's like, "Well, I did make a record, but I ain't gonna put it out because I was told not to." Nah, nigga, run that shit.
Run it.
You know, and let the chips fall where they may. So,
and another thing too, when it came to that Pusha T battle, remember, I don't know if y'all remember, like Pusha did an interview saying how Drake was reaching out to people in Virginia trying to get dirt on Push. Because really, the only thing he really had on Push was that he had a girl that he was about to marry, and that was really it. There was really no tea that came out of that. But Push has so much ammunition against Drake.
When he
there was no way he could not respond to it.
When he told Joe Budden, Pusha T told Joe Budden where he got all his information from. He got it from a girl that was messing with Drake's producer. Mm-hmm. And she was pillow talking to him. Mm-hmm. All that was going on. So it was like, that's how he was able to get all this tea. So I mean, Drake, I think to piggyback what you said, Lyeza, he should flat out just address Kendrick. I don't care if he drops Scary Hours 5, if that's what he's on now, or 4, whatever it is, but he needs to go and address Kendrick just separately, because as fans, we want to see the top 3, top 5, not so much go at it, but it's like, hey, if I'm really talking about you, go ahead and address it.
Rap is a sport, but it's only competitive when you participate. And you have to participate fully. Like, I'm tired of niggas talking all this, I'm the greatest MC ever. Like, nonsense. If you're not going to get in the field. Like, this man literally called you out on a record with your ex-bestie, which was another thing, which was even more messy. And you still haven't said anything. I was thinking, honestly, that we weren't going to get anything from Cole for a while, because y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we've ever really seen Cole in this type of predicament or this type of position before, where somebody has blatantly called him out that was an actual, like, MC that was on his caliber. Of course, he got called out by, like, the Lil Pumps and the people that really don't matter in rap. Yeah. This was the first time that he really got called to the carpet by somebody that people would consider his equal or his better. So
when I think about it,
I wasn't expecting anything to come from Cole so soon. I honestly thought we were going to have to wait until the Fall Off came out. I had no idea this surprise album was coming, which was great, which was awesome. And I don't know. I think I'm more excited about the fact that J. Cole actually got outside and was like, hey, I love you. I don't want to do this to you. But if I do it to you, it's not going to be that difficult for me. That's how I felt.
I feel like because J. Cole, he's for like the last 5 years, he's showing that I can get on everybody's track. I can rap on it like it's my own. I can bother you on it. I can just outclass you. Mm-hmm. And even when he did the song with Drake, where he did First Person Shooter, he held back, and it's like he could have really went harder than what he did. And with his diss track to Kendrick, to me it was the most respectable.
Oh yeah, diss. That was the mildest diss I've ever heard.
Right, it was very respectable. It's like put up your guard there, sir. Let's go at it.
We're pugilists.
Yes, it was very much like that. Like we gonna like, you want to spar? Then let's spar. And I think that just shows like his classmanship, along with his pen too. How dope he is. Like he didn't go personal with him, or too personal in the sense way of disrespectful. He like, all right, you want hot box with the gut? Let's go at it. I think Kendrick has a lot more to prove, because Kendrick is the artist. I think if you want to break down the big three, Drake is the biggest star. Cole is the better rapper. Kendrick is the artist. Kendrick, we know Kendrick can rap, but we have not heard Kendrick really get like really rap to my liking. I gotta go back to Good Kid, Mad City. I gotta go to Session 80 to hear him, really like give me like that doop kind of Kendrick that I like. The Pimp a Butterfly. I need a degree to digest that, and I ain't finished college. What was the next one? Damn was good. I think that was more digestible. That was good. And then was it Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers? That was art within itself. Like I said, like that had a lot of different feels to it, different ranges, and he went in a different direction that I think his core fans do appreciate. The casual rap fans, I'm or a casual Kendrick fan, that might have been over their head.
It wasn't even that. Like, I agree with everything you just said. For me, Good Kid, Mad City will always be Kendrick's best project. Yep. Damn is probably right behind it. I didn't really like To Pimp a Butterfly that much when I first heard it. I think it grew on me a little bit later. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, again, beautiful masterpiece worth of music. I'm never gonna listen to that shit again, though.
Have you listened to what Kendrick album that you most like resonate with, or like that you're a fan of?
The first one, what was that called?
Good
Kid. The first one.
Okay,
that's when I was like, oh, we can use something special. But then after that, I was like, it's hit or miss.
I mean, I think when Good Kid, Mad City came out, we hadn't really heard anybody like that. It was the way he was rapping. It was the inflection in his voice, the content in his voice, and his story, like his storytelling throughout the album is something that we hadn't heard in a really long time, especially coming from somebody on the West Coast. We hadn't really had a really big West Coast rapper in a while until K-Dot came out. So I think that's what made a lot of the hype around him too. And he was really damn good. Like, that's one thing, like, I get irritated with Kendrick stands about. It's not that we all know, like, if we look at the whole Big Three, they can all rap. Whether you like Drake or not, Drake can rap. Kendrick can rap. J. Cole can rap. It's just that they all do it in such a different way because they had different life experiences. My thing with Kendrick stands is that if you don't like something that he puts out, it's always, you ain't smart enough to get it. No, bitch, I get it. I don't want it. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. I don't want it. Mr. Morale and Big Steppers, for me, when I listened to it, it brought back all kind of childhood trauma that I am not trying to relive on my way to work. I'm just trying to listen to this on the way to work and give it a good listen. But for what it was, some of the things that he talked about trans issues. He talked about monogamy in his marriage. He talked about, of course, Black issues and things like that. He talked about amazing things on his album, and he rapped his ass off on that album. But for me, I'm not going to go back and listen to that. I don't want to hear that in my everyday music. That's kind of why I think Drake is the more popular one, because Drake is not going to go too deep with you. Drake is going to give you something for every mood that you in. You want to go out, you can put on a Drake song. You going to work, you can put on a Drake song. You going on a road trip, you can put on a Drake song. That's kind of where he is. J. Cole, for me, has always been a mix between the two. Cole is incredibly smart and extremely intelligent as a writer. So you're going to get a lot of these themes too, or these things that you want to talk about on a record that some rappers aren't talking about. But there's another criticism of Cole is that he kind of come with the sleepy slow bops, you know?
Yeah.
Like he's always been criticized for some of his production, and that his production kind of all sounds the same. I don't agree with that all the time, but I can kind of see it because he's had some misses as well. I thought that For Your Eyes Only mixtape was terrible. Like when he's talking about folding clothes with his wife. Like maybe it's just me. I don't want my rappers to be happy or married. I don't want them to do that.
Be normal people out here.
Just go sell drugs, you know. I don't know.
Some songs he has is like, you gonna listen to it, is like you gonna put it on for your girl or you going for your boyfriend, kind of like, hey, you know, how does it make you feel? But there's some other times where he just like he has a bar for a bar for a bar. And also too, I think this is more so his style to like address like to address somebody, he did it with Wale, he did it with Kanye. He didn't get super disrespectful or too personal in a sense. He's let him know like these are some. He dropped a diss track to Wale, and he went to a basketball game with him the day before he dropped it. And Wale like, I ain't know nothing about it, but Wale addressed it, on a record and kept it pushing. And they're still good friends to this day.
All I know is about both of these diss tracks. When I listened to them this morning, I was like, okay, this is no nails in the coffin, no Vaseline ether. I don't know what kind of diss this is.
It's respectable. It's something you can play for your mother.
It's respectable. And I think that lends itself to the person that J. Cole is. Like, this man riding around in Crocs on a bike. Like, he's not that guy. Like, he's just not ignorant. We want him to be ignorant, and he's not. Like, I want him to get out of his character for once and just get in the mud and play with us like heathens for a minute. I actually liked I enjoyed it because I didn't expect it. I really honestly didn't think J. Cole was going to respond this early. I honestly thought we was going to have to wait until we got something on the album, and I thought it was going to be I don't think it was going to be a sub, but I didn't think we were going to get it this soon. So I think most of my excitement behind it was just that it was a shocker that he actually did it. And in that, like, if you really listen to what he's saying, it's bar after bar after bar after bar elite rapping. He's really, like, coming with those bars. Like, the New Jack City line for me, I got to go back and read it. But he said something about Nino and New Jack City, and I was like, oh, shit. Like, that kind of really, like, that one stuck with me. But it still gave a tinge of, I love you. You my friend. I don't want to have to do this to you, my brother. Like, he would probably go to a game with Kendrick after this for real. Because I don't think he takes it personally. Aubrey, on the other hand, take everything personally.
Yeah, because Aubrey, apparently he's still harboring, on the last album, he was throwing shots at A$AP Rocky and Rihanna for reasons.
He loves to go at girls. That's his favorite thing to do.
But I think as men,
Rihanna don't rap.
No, but she could get a ghostwriter. I mean, her boyfriend is A$AP Rocky. He can write something for her. I feel like with Aubrey, he expresses those feelings that men may not want to. They may not want to get petty with women. Like, for me, I'm going to speak for me. Like, I know for me, I'm not gonna argue with a woman. Like, depending on what it is, but Drake, he gonna take it there.
I mean, I feel like misogyny there. I ain't gonna argue with no woman.
It depends what it is. You gonna call me a bitch and everything? We may not go back and forth. I ain't gonna hit you, but it's not gonna be a whole lot of back and forth. I'd rather walk away.
That sounds like misogyny there too. Equal opportunity, sir. You got to be a feminist about this.
So I need to put hands on
everybody.
Hands and
catch
feet.
These hands, E for everyone.
I think Drake is just very sensitive. I just think he's very sensitive, and he holds on. He holds a grudge. That man will hold a grudge forever. Like, him and Rihanna ain't been like talking in over a decade, and he came back on the last album to say something.
Because he had to get off his chest.
Still mad, like the shit didn't work out. That is why I'm more. I know that Drake, this is, if he actually does it, it's gonna be very spicy, very sassy, and I hope it's timestamp Drizzy. Timestamp Drizzy gives us the sassiest, messiest, zestiest bars ever. That's when he can get his shit off on those ones. So it's gonna be like 3:30 in Compton or some shit, and Drake is just gonna be out there rapping his ass off and hopefully addressing him directly. Like, I don't want no more subliminals, bro. Like, I don't want none of that. Get in the field. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing that's irritating me about the whole thing. But I love rap beef. Like, I'm a terrible person. I love rap beef. I love to see people fighting like this.
So I'm gonna ask this one question, and then we're gonna move on to the next topics. But so who do you see coming out on top of this? Do you think Drake might come up with a Hail Mary, or you feel like Kendrick gonna respond back? Because so I know you don't care, but Future and Metro Boomin, they got another album coming out. They dropped the album out 2 weeks ago, so they got another album coming out on Friday. That's my birthday. It might be no response coming on that. I don't know. I doubt it. But who you see coming out on top of this?
All I know is that when I heard the Kendrick bars, it was wrapped up in Future. And the proceeding to Kendrick was terrible.
I told you to fast forward to Kendrick.
Which made me like the Kendrick bars a little less because I had to listen to Future to get to Kendrick.
That's why I told you to fast forward.
I agree. I don't know who comes out on top. I think the fans are gonna win overall. Every fan base is gonna win. Honestly, if Drake decides to respond, it's gonna get way more attention than all of the other ones combined anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
And so it's gonna look like Drake won. But it really honestly depends on how Drake takes this. If he takes it seriously and he actually gets in the booth and really like comes with it, like take the shit to heart and really go at it, Drake could possibly come out on top. But again, it's gonna force them other two to have to do something. And I feel like if anything, Kendrick needs to come back outside. He need to come back outside. You can't start no shit and then run in the house. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I feel like Kendrick I don't think he has the most to prove, but I think it's like he does have the most to prove because it's like if Drake does respond, will we get timestamp Drake, and will he respond? Will Kendrick respond in a timely manner? I don't want to wait 2 years down the line that he dress it then. I mean, it might be worth it in a sense, maybe, but like he need to come out with something by the summer. And like you said on your TikTok, go ahead swing around, wake up Pusha T, get him involved in this shit too.
Wake everybody up. Let me tell you who else needs to wake up. Big Sean needs to wake up. Wale needs to wake up because it's really a big five, in my opinion. It's really a big five, and we're gonna start from that blog era rap. So Far Gone, Finally Famous, Big Sean, the mixtape About Nothing from Wale, the Sideline Story from Cole, and Section 80 from Kendrick. All of those came out within years of each other. And then on the fringes, you had ASAP, you had Schoolboy Q, you had Ab Soul. So that was a really great time for rappers. But there was always like that five for me. And for me, I was always a bigger Wale fan. I kind of went in phases. So like there was a point in my life where I only listened to Wale, then I only wore out Big Sean. It just depended on the day. But I think that, and I was always a Clips fan since high school. I've always been a Clips fan, so I always loved Push. But I think that if in my perfect world, we would have like a hip hop Royal Rumble, and Kendrick gotta go get Push in them and Big Sean in them, because Big Sean ought to be mad that they keep stepping on his releases.
Yeah, I feel you on that because he dropped that freestyle. Was that a freestyle or a song?
It was a single.
It was a single, and then
nobody
Kendrick's verse overshadowed his song, Big Sean's song, because he was addressing the Big Three comment from Drake. I mean from J. Cole, and he just like he addressed it. It wasn't a shot. It wasn't really a shot at them, but he's like, I'm listening. You know, y'all got to eventually bring me in these conversations as, you know, a part of a Big Three or a Big Five. And I agree with you. The Big Five to me is Drake, Cole, Kendrick, Big Sean, and Wale. In no particular order. We can argue about that all day long. Do you look at it like that, or you don't care enough? You
know I don't care.
Okay,
about
it. It's me and you time.
Them 2010s and on up, I stopped caring.
So
it got real ugly after 2010. To be honest, it got real. That's when the Gen Z kids got old enough to rap.
Yeah. So going into 2010, I feel like the rappers that push the culture forward. My list is Big Crit, Currency, Nipsey Hussle, Freddie Gibbs, J Rock, Ab-Soul, Schoolboy Q. And I mean, it's probably some others you can throw in there, but I feel like those. Say again.
Childish Gambino. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't piss me off, Jerron.
You gonna handle that one?
Don't piss me off.
I mean, can he rap? Yes.
I prefer his soulful music than his rap.
Oh, okay. More like Red Bone.
Yep. Stay woke.
I don't want to hear him singing.
I prefer that more than his rapping.
I mean,
His rapping always fell to the same thing: get rich, get an Asian bitch.
That's one
I
of his
can't
lines.
argue with that.
That's how most of his songs ended up in the beginning was get rich, get an Asian bitch.
But you know what though? I think he's one of those artists that like he rapped and then he ventured off to something else, which is like I think was hugely successful for him. And then we want him to get back to rapping. He kind of just gives a little breadcrumbs here and there that he can still rap. Whereas like, bro, they're going to drop a regular album. So I think he said he has one more in him. They's gonna kill off Childish Gambino, but who knows?
Yeah. I think he's a fringe. He's another one of those on the fringe. Like you kind of gotta. He has a very niche audience.
Yep.
I just happen to be in it.
Obviously.
Yeah, but I feel like Big Crit doesn't get talked about enough. Some people compared him as the Nas of the South.
I can see that.
He's somebody that's very soulful. Does a lot of his own production, but he also he makes like really good albums too. So Currency, I think, has been just a staple in the underground mixtape circuit for the longest time. He's a core diehard fan base. Nipsey Hussle, gone way too soon. He was really just about to really, I think, propel himself forward.
But how was Nipsey Hussle moving the culture forward though?
West Coast, Absol's from the West Coast, Schoolboy Q's from the West Coast, Jay Rock's from the West Coast, and they all from TDE along with Kendrick. He was like on some gangster rap shit, separate from them, and he was in the. I wasn't even listening to West Coast rap like that until I started listening to him, and really going further in like the Schoolboy Q, Jay Rock, and Absol.
Okay, well, I mean, this is all opinion based, so
Yeah, my opinion is right.
And I think with Nipsey, he was like aggressively independent. Like he was one of those rappers that like y'all remember when he was selling his album for like $1,000 and he only had like 100 printed out. Like that was something that had never happened before. And now fast forward, Rhapsody's about to do the same thing with her next project.
Oh, is she? I ain't know that.
I don't think he's charging that much, but
$2 million.
But that was that prick that brought that down.
I mean, Kelly bought it, but they sold it for $2 million with the stipulation that you can never make copies. So,
I mean, but I think you're seeing more artists do stuff like that. Like Wu-Tang did so that was a record, right? It was a whole album as art.
Yeah.
And then even La Russell's doing it now. Where he's throwing shows in his backyard, and you pay what you want for the show.
Right.
So that it's not anything new per se, but it's like they're doing it to where it's like to separate yourselves from the other artists.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, but we live in an era nowadays where, as an artist, you can be fiercely independent. There's enough platforms for you to do it.
Yeah, this is true. So, but yeah, I feel like those artists and Big Sean to me, like I think he gets his just due, but it's like as soon as he kind of like he about to separate himself or kind of insert himself in the conversation, and something else happens, he gets overlooked a little bit. So, but I'm interested to see what he got coming with the album.
He's getting overlooked, and I also think Sean he raps in he's a quintessential Detroit rapper, right? Mm-hmm. So he like a lot of these. I'm about to piss them off too, but I don't care. Those Detroit rappers be rapping off beat on purpose.
Yeah.
And for some people, they cannot tolerate listening to all of that. However, with Sean, we've heard him be able to rap on different type of tracks, different type of people. Big Sean can really rap. And I think he can really rap with some of the best of them. But he's also kind of quiet. He kind of shies away. I don't know if he shies away from the spotlight on purpose or what. But again, like you said, he just gets overlooked a lot.
Yeah,
But
I think
I always hear a lot of people complain about they don't like the way Big Sean raps, and I think it has to do with that Detroit style of rap.
Yeah, and you listen to enough. There's enough artists out there that you can like listen to and kind of pick on who you would like to listen to. He been rapping like kind of in and out of the pocket for years. It's not nothing new. So
And now a lot of people, a lot of new rappers are doing the same thing now.
yeah.
They're
we
all
were just talking about the other day because you can't stand
I
it.
can't stand it.
I
I
hate
think
it.
But the last part of the topic, and then we'll go and wrap it up. Nelly has said on the shop. The shop is LeBron James' show. So he said on the shop that his era of rap was the most competitive and the hardest to compete in because of everybody you had that was selling records around that time. You had DMX, you had Jay, you had Nas, you had Eminem. Who else was around that time? Well, anybody around, they were
Yeah.
really selling records. If you had a hot song, you were selling records.
I mean, maybe it's my bias from growing up in that era. Well, and really rapping in that era, but I tend to agree because most of the newer rappers nowadays, within the past, I don't know, 15 years or so, they all sound the same, and there is a place for them. Whereas before, you had to distinguish yourself. So yeah, I could definitely agree, and there was way more people who were hungry to be, the next big thing in rap. Now there's so many streaming platforms, so many avenues for you to be independent. You don't need to be as hungry, so you will find an audience.
Yeah, I feel like during the early 2000s, that was like a really great time because we still brought albums. First week sales mattered. Be the first person to get that album was important. Listen to that body of work the first time. You listen to it on the bus, listen to it in the car, listen to it in your home, listen to it in school. We were listening to it multiple times.
Yeah, I mean the way we consume music was a lot different. Now every song is 2 minutes.
I completely agree with both of y'all. I think that era of rap, like you said, you absolutely like. Let's just keep it a buck. Like you actually had to rap
Yeah.
back
yep.
then. You actually had to rap. Not only did you have to rap, you had to have a stage presence. You had to sell records. You had to have a decent personality. You had to be a professional. There's one thing that we haven't touched on that's a major difference between those rappers, that era, and this era, and it's social media.
Mm.
They didn't have social media back then. And this is partly one of the reasons why I stopped rapping. I am from that era. I'm 38. So I know I've lived most of my life with the internet, but I've lived a good portion of my life without it.
Yep.
We lived before social media. Most of us, like we're all pretty much around the same age. So we probably didn't see like the big social media boom until we were late high school going into college. By then we've already formed who we are. So nowadays when I look at the landscape of rappers, not even nowadays, I probably stopped rapping in about 2017ish, right? I started to realize that, especially as a girl, it's a lot different. If I didn't have like a huge social media following, right? And I also wasn't very comfortable rapping the way they wanted me to rap. Like I rapped about what I rapped about, but I wasn't like, I don't know. I don't know how to put it. But I knew for one thing for sure, the girls that were getting the looks over me, the girls that were getting the opportunities over me, and not even just the girls, just the rappers in general that were getting more opportunities over me, could not rap. And it would irritate me. Not only could they not rap, they weren't even writing their raps, which to me was egregious.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, it's okay for a rapper not to write their raps.
Yeah.
We're not from that era. I was a songwriter too, so I would write for girls that can sing. Like I would write for R&B singers. So that I understand. Not just because you can sing don't mean you can write a song. But for me, the whole essence of rap is that you are writing your raps because you're rapping from your own perspective. So I started to realize when I'm trying to get on shows and I'm trying to get my songs played on radio, the first thing they would ask me is, how many followers do you have on Instagram? I don't know. I'm a grown woman. Like, I don't, this is not, I didn't think Instagram and, you know, going viral was something that was so important. But nowadays, the record labels have seen that is the formula. You pick some girl coming out in obscurity that has gone viral for something that have nothing to do with rap. You get a rapper to come in and write the song for them, put them in a studio. Now you got Ice Spice.
Yeah, or what's that chick named Barbie?
Now you got Bad Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
Iggy
Now you
Azalea.
have now you have all of these girls, and don't get me wrong, like I want to take it off the girls because I don't think that's a fair comparison. It's rappers in general. You have a lot of people, and rap has now been saturated with a bunch of people who are not rappers first. They're social media stars first, and rappers second. And it shows in their music. They only make the type of music that is gonna go viral. They only make the type of music that is going to appeal to TikTok. They're not really putting any substance in their music. And it's unfortunate because we really do have a lot of young, really talented rappers that are not getting the same opportunities. And it's because they're actually making good music. They actually are rapping. They're actually are writing. And they're actually taking their time to put the music out so that it actually sounds good. And they're not just throwing it outside and just putting it on TikTok, making up a dance, and now all of a sudden they're on the charts. Yes, I'm hating on it because I don't think it's fair. We really had to rap back then. You could never tell me. I could never go up to like a Jay-Z back in 2005 and say, "Hey, look at this video I just made on YouTube.
Look at me. Look at this dance.
Look at this dance." You know what I'm saying? I had to
Yeah.
rap. So I think that era is completely gone. And I think that's why we love what's going on with Drake, Kendrick, and Cole, because it's reminiscent of the niggas that really used to rap. They're all in our age group. So Drake, Cole, Kendrick, they're in the same boat as we are. They lived before social media most of their life. So they know what it takes. They still have artist management. They still had A&R back then. They still had people that taught you how to be a star and how to get it out the mud and actually go sit down in the studio and really become an artist. They don't take the time to show a lot of these kids that anymore. And now you don't even need a label to do none of it. You really don't need a label to do any of it. I was independent for most of my career. I never had a deal. I was offered a deal, but in getting that deal, they started to see what was going on. They wanted to buy me followers on Instagram. They wanted me to make twerk videos, knowing I can't dance. Like, I could barely see. Like, you want me to dance and I wear glasses? No. Like,
Hey, don't do that.
like it was just
I
wasn't
dance
gonna
like a
work.
ballerina, goddammit.
Yeah, you
It
do.
just was not
And you
gonna
supposed to-
work. But I'm just saying, like, these kids nowadays, if you really want to do it, you don't need a label. Really, all you need is a cell phone and somebody to sing some beats.
Yeah, I feel like TikTok, it definitely has hurt a lot of the, I guess, like the essence of what hip hop is and what we love about it. Cause I'll listen to a song on TikTok, or I'll hear a clip, I'll hear a clip of it, and then I go play it in my car. It don't hit the same. I don't know what it is. It just don't sound the same in the
Because
car.
when you looking at it on TikTok, you feeding off the energy of the person making that video, not the song that you're listening to.
Maybe so. But like I listened to a whole project and I'm like, cause I was listening to Bryson Tiller on the way over here. I like one song that he has out right now. I tried to listen to the whole album. Nothing was clicking with me. Nothing was like make me want to listen to the next song or go into the next song or finish the song. I had to go to the end of the song, end of the album, listen to the song that I liked, and then it went to something else. Because I have title, so it plays like songs that are kind of reminiscent of what you've been listening to. So, but yeah, to me, like TikTok has definitely hurt a lot of the essence of what hip hop is. Can you find somebody probably freestyle on TikTok and they got like pure talent? Absolutely.
Well, I mean, I guess it just means that the essence of hip hop has now changed. It ain't for us any longer.
Yeah, and I feel like in relation, like Elle said, with hearing Drake rapping, well, hearing Cole rap the way that he has, and Kendrick stepping out the window really, and dressing Drake, it's like, yes, then you got people that can really rap. They are rapping now. Like, I don't want to hear Playboy Cardi rap. I don't want to hear who are some other people, Lil Pump. I don't want to hear them rap, and I don't listen to them. And I mean, it whether they have talent or not, that's a matter of opinion. But I listen to people that I know I grew up with in my adulthood that I know got some substance. I'm waiting for Wale to come out with something. It's about time. Big Sean, I think Big Crit dropped an album out last year.
Mhm.
And then people I just mentioned, like, Ab Soul put an album out last year. It was really good. Schoolboy Q just dropped the album this year. So it's like, I got stuff that I can go back to and really, try to listen to again. But I'm ready for some new stuff from these artists too.
And I don't want it to come off like we just the old niggas hating.
We all the old niggas hating.
Right? Yeah. Don't deny what we are. We might have reason for it, but we still the old niggas hating.
Yeah, you'll be what, 40 this year?
Yep.
He'll be 40 in October. I'll be 38 next Friday.
You keep bringing that up.
Because I want you to make me a brownie.
Bake me a whole sheep brown.
That is adorable. And I'll be 39 in August. So we are taking, but I do think overall, to raise the goal, overall, I think there's room for both. I think the problem is we're only being inundated with the stuff that's kind of trash. And they're not highlighting those rappers out there that are actually really, really artists and really, really putting it out. Like,
Because they don't sell no more.
Because they don't sell, right? And I'm like, for me, as a female rapper, it's like the greatest time ever. I never thought we would have this many girls rapping at once. And they're really, really rapping. But I also think, just like there's room for a Rhapsody, there's still room for a Sexy Red too. There's room for an Ice Spice. There's room for a Lotto. There's room in the female rap sphere because there's not that many of us for so long. So now I think it's a little bit different. And I think it's the same thing. Like, everybody has their thing. Like, I'm not gonna listen to Griselda all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like, I don't want to be a rapidy rap nigga all the time. So, like, sometimes I want to hear bend an ass over and let that coochie breathe. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I want to hear that. And I'm okay. I think it's
Don't
okay
make that face.
to have both. I think it's okay to have both.
Yeah.
But I really hope that we get to a spot where it's an even playing field. I think that's the main thing. It's not an even playing field right now. We're getting a lot more of the girls that not the girls, like just rappers that are social media stars first, and the people that are artists first are kind of falling by the wayside and kind of being buried under that. Or it's like a slower transition for them.
Well, we're never going to get to that even space because that's not where the fans are anymore.
True.
So let's end on this question here. Female rapper wise, who you feeling right now?
You know I don't know nobody.
Okay. you can say Rhapsody.
She's the only one I know.
Yeah, okay. Then that's your pick then.
Okay, y'all ready?
Yep. You gotta listen.
Because I go up for the girls. I really love Rhapsody. I can't wait to hear this next project. If we're going to talk about a real lyricist in that female rap space, we can only really talk about Rhapsody right now. Of course, I like Lotto. I really like Lola Brooke. I really like Mona Leo from Houston. I actually really like all those girls from Memphis. Like, I actually really like all those ignorant girls from Memphis. Glorilla's album is actually super tough. Out of that whole little clique between Slime Maroney, Lyeza, Glorilla, Glitter Gloss, like all of them, they really could write. What are y'all laughing at?
I knew we did a video about that. What was that song?
Shibuya.
Booyah. We did a video to that. We did a video to that song, and we couldn't get through it because we kept laughing at the names. And did you see
the names are absurd. The names are absurd, but individually, I went through them individually and really listened to some of their solo music. Some of their solo music is actually really, really good. Can y'all see me? Did I lose y'all?
Yeah, you the video just went out.
My child called me and ruined everything. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Children tend to do
Sorry.
that.
They want their mama.
I know, all in my business. But there are there's a ton of girl rappers that I cannot think about right now because I'm drawing a blank. But I actually really do like where female rap is in this space because there's just so many of us, and I think it has a lot of room to grow. I just hate that it's different when they beef. When they beef, you got to deal with the men saying, "Oh, that's why y'all can't rap. Y'all just catty and all this other stuff." But they don't do that when Drake beefing, and Drake is the sassiest of all of them all. So I don't know, but I really like where female rap is right now, and I think it's in a good space too. But again, hopefully we can get to a place where we have that even playing field in the women's side too, because it can't all just be ass shaking, and it can't just all be ass shaking music. Like we gotta have some like real rap. And I really actually like that Glorilla album because she really rapping like it's a really Memphis sounding album.
It
And
definitely does sound like Memphis. I was listening to it also on the ride here, and
she was trying some different flows that I wasn't expecting. She was definitely, and I don't know, I had no problem with her embodying Memphis because she's from Memphis, so it was definitely giving me some Memphis sounds. For me, I like Rhapsody. To me is like the top lyricist out right now. Tierra Whack is dope. Lotto's dope. I think Lotto, if she can put out a solid a solid album, they can be looked at as maybe a classic. I think she will solidify her spot amongst the females, maybe even amongst the men. Period.
yeah.
but
I fuck with Lotto a lot. I'm trying to think if I come across anybody.
Oh, I'm also a huge Meg fan.
Yeah, I like Meg. I think Meg got to put out a solid album, and then all the bullshit that's been hanging over her head for like the last year or so.
I'm hoping
It won't go away, but it'll kind of like shut a lot of people up.
yeah, I think we're gonna get that soon.
Yeah.
But I was more of the Tina Snow era of Meg. That's when I jumped on, and I'm like, who is this girl rapping like this?
Yeah.
And it was fun music. It was fun music, but she was still rapping her ass off.
Yeah, I don't think no, I hope nobody questions Meg's ability to rap because she's gone to radio stations and just rapped her ass off. So she can rap, and out of a lot of these people, a lot of females out right now, she can be top 3. It depends on what you rank her at. Who's the other 2 in the top 3. But yeah, she's definitely up there as well. So I would Meg, Lotto, Tierra Whack. That's who I would say like right now. I would listen to as well. So anything you want to add?
Nope, I think we got it all covered.
So thank you, Lyeza, for joining us on the podcast and giving us your opinion on rap. We definitely appreciate it so much. Thank you.
And if people wanted to find you, where can they find you?
I don't even know my own stuff. My Instagram is beautiful_L Holly G. My TikTok is your girl L's with a Z at the end. And I think on Twitter I don't remember my Twitter name. Oh, it's Lace Lux. Some shit. I don't know.
Well, he'll get it from you, and I'll make sure that it goes on the video. Can't even promote yourself right.
Let me tell y'all, listen to something right now about me, okay? Don't let these glasses fool you, okay? I know people be getting their feelings about rap opinions, but I am not that bitch, okay? And I am not that professional, okay? So don't keep your comments cute.
She with the shits. I love it.
All right. That's the show. And as always, you can check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.
Yep. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we will have her social media links here at the bottom as well. So.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.